know you have joined us again on Farmers Diary today. If it's your first time, Farmers Diary is a platform where we discuss farming issues from start to harvest. Our aim basically is to project the efforts put in by different stakeholders to ensure we continue to have food on our tables, create jobs for the teeming unemployed, as well as increase the income of the farmers, especially smallholder farmers. Meaning, agriculture is now considered as a business, serious business. If you doubt it, join me as we take a trip to faraway Ebonyi State.
Governor of Ebonyi State, His Excellency Engineer Chief David Mahe. When he came on board, he made a declaration. He said under his watch, Ebonyi State will go into mechanization of agriculture. Under his watch, Ebonyi State will go into commercialization of agriculture. Under his watch, Ebonyi State, the farmers will go into what we call professionalization of agriculture. That is to say, people begin to embrace the green collar job. We are good to go.
Yes, we're good to go. That's taking the words of the former Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture of Ebonyi State, setting the tone for the discussion on Ebonyi State's efforts in developing agriculture sector. A visit to the state shows clearly the strong will of a people who have embraced wholeheartedly farming as business. Ebonyi State is in the southeastern part of Nigeria. It is inhabited and populated primarily by the Igbos, created in 1996 by the then military administration of General Sani Abacha out of Enugu and Abia states. It stands on a landmass of about 2,136 square kilometers with a population of about 1,736,136 people, comprising of 13 local government areas. The main occupation of Ebonyi people is farming, as it leads in the production of rice, yams, potatoes, maize, beans, cassava in Nigeria. A typical instance is the popular Abakiliki rice. With these agricultural potentials, Ebonyi State is one state that can hardly be overlooked when it comes to selecting states to benefit from agricultural intervention programs, which brought about the IFAD federal government's agricultural intervention program, Vcdp, in Ebonyi State. The value chain development program Vcdp started in the state effectively in 2015, with the priority aim at empowering the rural poor through various interventions.
2 years into the program, we can raise our heads very high to say that we have had a tremendous success in the implementation of the program. We've touched farmers, we've done infrastructure, we've done technology transfer, we've done capacity building, we've done so many things that have touched the lives of our rural people positively.
2 years into the life of the program, it is indeed important to take stock to assess the effectiveness of the Vcdp in Ebonyi, bearing in mind the large farming population in the state.
Primarily, our target is to touch the rural poor people, improve their means of livelihood, reduce poverty, and increase their income on a sustainable basis. So essentially, this is our target, and this has been the focus of our program implementation over the last 2 years. Like I said, going by the life of project targets, we can say that we are almost doing 50% of the life of the program targets. And that is what a target we have for 5 years, we can confidently say that we are almost doing 50% of that.
Experts say it is always better to start small why you plan to grow your business. A model which has been adopted by the Ebonyi State VCDP team from its inception, with the enrollment of about 54,000 hectares of land prepared for farmers to engage in dry season farming of rice and cassava, spread across the 5 participating local government areas, which are Izi, Iko, Ishielu, Ohaozara, and Afikpo South. The cheerful, ever busy farmers already planting for the rainy season shared their experiences under the VCDP.
The program is very, very good because at about 2 to 5 years ago, all these things we plant do die in vain inside the bush. No road. The father are working very, very hard. Very, very. If you go and see this road is done, I think it didn't take them up to 4 months. They're moving very fast. They're moving very fast. They're doing very, very well.
I've been in farming for more than 25 years. And from previous experiences, I've never seen other good things that I've done in agriculture, like International Fund for Agricultural Development. They are really farmers-friendly international organization. We've gained a lot from them. IFAD is known for its transparency. They are very, very transparent in everything they do.
The processors in Ebonyi State are not left out of the value chain, as a visit to the popular Abakaliki rice mill greeted us with these testimonies.
Many people start loving those rice, Abakaliki rice, but some people sometimes they don't know about Abakaliki rice. But as time goes on, many people start to have interest in Abakaliki rice. Many people interested in eating it. We have to carry it to a lot of places, Lagos, but even outside the country, that they love Abakaliki rice because we have good text more than those foreign rice.
The cassava value chain in Ebonyi State is also as active as what is witnessed under the rice, as shared in this account of a proud cassava farmer in Iko local government areas, filled with joy and excitement, having been enlisted to benefit under the IFAD VCDP.
They just sent me a message that I'm now a registered farmer.
Under IFAD?
Under IFAD. They just talk to it now. Okay. So they tell me to go and pay.
The cassava farmers and processors in Ebonyi State also had some things to share about their participation in the VCDP.
Yes, Ebonyi received the grace of God in the year 2015, having elected Governor Nwezu Mahe, who came and, with his effort and that of IFAD, decided to turn around the plight of farmers in Ebonyi. We had never had it so good.
I'm here to collect my input given to us by the IFAD. For we that are growing cassava, they will give us 50 bundles of cassava per person. And they will give us 4 bags of NPK fertilizer. They will also give us 4 liters of agrochemical. So what I have to say to them is that they should keep it up. What they are doing for Ebonyi people, especially in the area of agricultural development, is very, very nice.
These were all proceeds of the dry season farming. Remember, Ebonyi State VCDP at inception planned and built the capacity of the farmers to engage in farming all year round. Having reaped from the dry season farming, Ebonyi State farmers are set for the rainy season farming. And so, to match words with action, the VCDP in the state began distribution of farm inputs on time to ensure maximum yield of farmers, solve the problem of food insecurity, and create jobs for Ebonyi people. With this high target of impacting on the lives of the rural poor, through agriculture. What more has the VCDP put in place to ensure that the farmers meet the set target of the program?
This intervention is on matching grant basis. In other words, it's free money that is given to them to assist them through their livelihood. It is not a loan, it's a grant to the farmers. That intervention alone added over 25,000 metric tons of paddy to the rice output of Ebonyi State, which is tremendous. And by our calculation, going by the crop area use survey we did, that would have injected over 4 billion naira into the economy of our state indirectly through our farmers. So that was a very good story, and we're happy that our government is acclaiming it and supporting that intervention. This year now, that currently ongoing, we are targeting to reach 10,000 farmers that are doing rice and cassava. Again, our projection is that we should be able to add over 40,000 metric tons of paddy into the output, the rice output of our state, and be able to also inject over 6 billion naira into the economy of our state. Then on infrastructure, I'm happy to inform you that we have done about 24 kilometers of road, rural access roads. Some of those places are places people were not able to access before the intervention of IFA program. In some states, you see some bridges or rivers that have taken lives. A lot of people have died by this intervention. We've done mini bridges, we have done culverts, we have opened those rural access roads. Farmers can now bring out their output to market and can easily access their farms by that intervention.
This is Farmer's Diary. And today, we're taking a look at the Ebonyi State Value Chain Development Program, VCDP, to measure how effective this intervention has been on farmers. What impact has it made in the lives of the Ebonyi people? Jubilation, excitement, gratitude. That is the testimonies of farmers in Ebonyi State over the numerous interventions they have benefited under the IFAD federal government VCDP. When the program eventually comes to an end, what becomes of these farming people? Are there plans to sustain, expand, or extend this laudable program, the VCDP in Ebonyi State?
We are trying to institutionalize the operations of the Ministry of Agriculture in Ebonyi State. That is to say that we are developing the scheme that will help us sustain all that we have done. One is the legislation we're going to make, which we're already fine-tuning. Another is also a policy that is going to be people-oriented, that we take a period of that is between 2020, and that policy is all embracing. We captured the operations or the modus operandi of the IFAD and other development partners, and that is going to help in sustaining the practices in Ebonyi State. Again, I must mention that we are also liaising effectively with the farmers, making sure that we have a database of the farmers. And we are taking steps to ensure that what we are doing goes electronic. It's beyond what you are seeing now. With time, every farmer, you can stay in your office and control what the farmer is doing, know where he has a problem. Is a problem of pests, a problem of management of a farm, a problem of a flood disaster. You'll be able to say, this farmer has a problem, look at what is going to be the solution. So we're also bringing in research institutions into the state. And we're also synergizing with agricultural institutions like the Faculty of Agriculture, Ebonyi State University, the FUNAI, that is Federal University that is here in Ebonyi State, the faculty there, and also the Federal College of Agriculture. We are really having a lot of synergies with them, and they will help us a lot. And above all, we are doing capacity building. Capacity building is important, and we are teaching them that agriculture is no longer agriculture for leisure, but agriculture for business.
Indeed, our crew had a lot of stories especially success stories from stakeholders about the VCDP project in Ebonyi State, such that may not be told in full on just one edition of Farmer's Diary. If you are from Ebonyi State or an investor looking for a safe haven to invest in agriculture, you have to visit Ebonyi State to see things for yourself. But we can't afford to end this edition without sharing this landmark achievement of the Ebonyi State team of the VCDP, as although the program lays more emphasis on producers, processors, off-takers and marketers of rice and cassava, considering the wide opportunities bound in the innovative sector of the state. The VCDP built the capacity of some inventors who in turn have begun to make enormous impact not only for Ebonyi State now, but the world at large. Let's hear from this inventor, a part of the team of Ebonyi State VCDP.
Some couple of months ago, I was called up and then sent on training. I was trained on force bottom fabrication and on rice value chain, parboiling. So in the process of that, I discovered that rice processing was also possible. And down the value chain, we started looking at possible ways from the rice. We came across the rice husk and then did a few works on briquetting to see whether we can use it as an alternative source of fuel for people to cook and then reduce the carbon footprint of the environment. And that we've really achieved some good success in. What we quickly did was put up a press, this is a 32-ton press. Then normally we mix the rice husk with a little water, and then at times we use paper mash as a binder. The moment that is done, you add the water, and then we improvised molds. So this is loaded into the mold and then fitted into the press here. This is actually a very low pressure system. The high pressure system, which we are still working on, goes on continuous extrusion and then straight away produces a dry briquette, which is cut at interval. So the moment you load, you start jacking down. As you do that, the water goes out. The presence of the binder and the water binds the rice husk back. You can see the water comes out. So when that is done repeatedly for every batch, because this is still a pilot, you have 10 briquettes coming out, which is dried under the sun. And the end product of this action are all this. Gotten from rice husk, the back of the rice. When you finish milling the rice, the husk, which people normally throw away, is now compounded back, and you have them as a consumable fuel that can be used for cooking. Replacing the firewood, it doesn't dirty your clothes, you clean it off, it is there. While this was going on, we also tried developing a first air combustion stove, which we have gone through some stages, and we are coming almost to a perfect point where you can get almost a blue flame burning in a gaseous system, and we can call that a gasification stove.
All of that locally fabricated? Also.
Yes, within the four walls of our little environment.
What's this environment called?
This place for now is the Technical and Vocational Education, Ebonyi State University. Actually, IFAD have done much, and the reward of the work well done is more work. So they should also do more and then take us to the promised land where at the click of the finger, there is food on the table for all. And life become easy. So, and for IFAD, they have done so well. I'm grateful and I'm thankful for the exposure they have given to us.
Wow! Ebonyi State is indeed endowed with creativity, turning rice waste into cooking fuel with an environmentally friendly method. That is what I call a total value chain, leaving nothing to waste. So, what then would be your excuse if you are from Ebonyi State and still remain unemployed? Are you wondering how or where you can start from?
Well, for rating, I think it would not be too good for me to rate myself, about what we're doing and all that. But this is there for everybody to see. The government is seeing it; they are recognizing it. That this is what we're seeing. The people who are directly impacting on, they are seeing it. If you go to the rural areas, the impact is there. They are feeling it, and they are talking about it. That this is what IFAD is doing. And people, when people begin to say, if we want to get these things done correctly, we have to do it the way IFAD Vcdp is doing it. That is a lot of encouragement that somehow we are getting things done. There may be little things, but those are not affecting us positively. So I want to tell our donors, some of them have been here, they've come on 2 or 3 missions here, and they have rated us very highly. Amongst all the states that is implementing the program. That gives us a lot of encouragement. For the federal government, each time they come for missions, they're also part of the team. And we are very happy about the partnership. The government is happy. In fact, the people of the state are happy. So for our youth, that's what I said about the empowerment program. They should take advantage of what His Excellency the Governor of the state, Engineer David is doing on empowerment. The dream is that after these 4 years, and by the grace of God, another 10, that we won't be talking about our youth loitering and in any part of the city. All of them will be engaged in productive enterprises, either in farming, which is our core area of rice and cassava, or doing any other thing that will generate income for them without anybody looking out to get white-collar jobs.
On this cheery note, let me join the Ebonyi State farmers to thank the IFAD Federal Government Value Chain Development Program VCDP team. This eye-opening experience shared in the success stories of farmers, which is a model for other programs in the states and even other states to learn from. Please listen to this important information. Are you one of those worried about the news of allegations of the presence of genetically modified organisms, GMOs products, especially food in the Nigerian market? Then worry no more, as the Nigerian government, through its statutory agency established by law, has put in place a genetically modified organisms GMO detection lab to clear all doubts.
With this lab, Nigerians should have more confidence in the regulatory system, because we now have ability to determine what is safe and what is not safe. And with this, we will not allow any genetically modified organism that is not safe in the Nigerian market. I think it will give a lot of confidence, and we believe it will also reduce the controversy surrounding genetically modified organisms.
Who can then sneak in products unchecked?
Yeah, welcome to the GM Detection and Analysis Laboratory of the National Safety Management Agency. I reckon you are here to analyze the samples. Okay. So as soon as the results are ready, you'll be notified.
So now, be warned. Stop spreading misinformation about GMO's presence in Nigerian markets without facts. The National Biosafety Management Agency GMO Detection Lab is here to clear all doubts. For more information, visit us at www.mbma. And that's how much time will permit us to take on today's edition of Farmers Diary. For sponsorship and advert placement on Farmers Diary, you can contact us on the various platforms showing on your screen. But also remember to visit us on www.ztonline.com as the discussion continues on our social media platforms. See you again, same time next week.